Since Malric's victory, the Iron Fist has hammered this land. Strong men, like good steel, are forged in the fires of hardship.
Chivalry 2 is a multiplayer medieval combat game developed by the aptly named Torn Banner Studios and published by Tripwire Interactive, who also published Maneater, a game I previously reviewed in our Have You Played series. Check it out. Chivalry 2 was initially released in June of 2021, so I'm a little late to the party, but I showed up, so get over it. Now, just to get it out of the way, I am definitely a Mordhau fanboy, so I came into this with a bit of a chip on my shoulder, especially when the game opened with the tutorial nearly identical to Mordhau's. Now, this isn't exactly a complaint, because the tutorial is incredibly necessary in a game like this, and I don't really know how else you'd go about it. Also, quick PSA, do not skip the tutorial. This is a game that focuses heavily on chaining together combos of stabs, swings, blocks, drags, parries, counters, kicks, ducks, dives, dips, dives, and dodges. And if you go into this game with no practice, you are going to get shit on in a big way. Not to say that that isn't going to happen anyways, because I have hundreds of hours logged in Mordhau, and I still get my shit rocked regularly. Chivalry offers a few game modes, ranging from huge 64-player all-out wars to chaotic 20-player free-for-all bloodbaths. And if there's one thing that they definitely nail, it's those large-scale battles. You'll get thrust into multi-stage maps, where you genuinely feel at moments as though you're fighting for your life in a melee of blood, steel, and limbs. Each map in this mode offers different scenarios, from defending your castle and village, to stealing pigs and peasants as you ransack a hamlet. And they fucking nail it. There'll be moments when you're not sure whose head it is that you're lopping off in the chaos of blood and viscera, but by God, you are gonna hack it off. And it does an incredible job of capturing that chaos and brutality of medieval warfare. The thing that always stands out to me in games of this style is the combat. The complex parry, chamber, and drag system creates opportunities for these intense duels where it really comes down to who can react more quickly and correctly. See, if you begin an attack when you should have blocked, it's over. If you block when you should have dodged, it's over. And I feel like that flow from attack to block to parry allows for such a visceral and satisfying experience that even if you get your head lopped off by some asshole that snuck up behind you, you're not even that mad, because a couple of hits you might have landed on your opponent felt so good you don't even care. I also understand that I'm probably going to get a few people down in the comments saying something like, Mordhau is just the better game. The blocking is so forgiving in Chivalry 2, you don't even need to be good at the game to play it. And I understand where you're coming from, but the combat systems, while very similar, are both definitely unique, and I'd much rather people just try both games and form their own opinions. Because at the end of the day, I think Chivalry 2 plays smooth as hell, and it's just as fun and engaging as Mordhau, and that's coming from someone who thought this was just gonna be Mordhau Take 2. Now, Chivalry also offers a fair bit of customization. And while I don't really care if my blood-covered axe has a pearl inlay or not, there seems to be a fair number of choices, and the in-game currency is actually pretty easy to earn. See, I played maybe 6 games and had about 10,000 gold, and most things cost less than 2,000 gold at lower levels, and that was really a nice change of pace in a world flooded with microtransactions. Now, the last thing I want to bring up is something that they added in Chivalry 2 that I don't think I've ever seen before, and it honestly might be the smartest thing I've seen a multiplayer game do. And that's Commendations. Now, in most games, if someone absolutely embarrasses you because they're just better than you, you're probably going to turn on your mic or slam Y and start insulting that person's mother, the amount of sex they're not having, and if you're the average Mordhau player, their sexual identity and race. But Chivalry 2 does something really cool, because you see, when someone kills you, you can commend them for killing you oh so good. And when you commend that person, they're alerted and given extra experience for that kill, which results in a, hey thanks man, good fight, instead of, get good nerd. And when you get commended, it feels good. I know that sounds like a pretty insignificant thing, but as someone who's been playing multiplayer games for the past 15 years, there is a noticeable difference in the way that people talk to each other in this game. Don't get me wrong, there are still trolls, but they're rare in comparison to most online games.
Your fucking mom know you're playing because you probably still live in her house.
No.
Does your mom know that you're playing with a sex offender right now?
I guess all I'm trying to say is, Chivalry 2 is a great game, and if you like Mordhau, but you're kinda sick of the racial slurs, or if you've gone to a Medieval Times restaurant more than once, I really think you need to pick this up. You know, I probably just could have said that right from the top, right? I mean, why did I make this whole video? Why did I write out this script? I should have just said, hey, Chivalry 2 is a great game, you should buy it. What the fuck am I doing, man? Why am I even... This is all so... I can't... Oh my God.